Well,
obviously
we
try to get it in your head
appreciate you just coming and talking to him and not calling the cops. And
yeah,
whatever.
I mean.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I cannot believe it's been 4.5 years since this catch. My first solo arrest. That's crazy to think about. The reason why I'm reposting this video is because it was on my former channel, which has been deleted. And there's some updates that I think would be really interesting to learn about. It is important to remember how long ago this confrontation was because our equipment was ass. If you've been a longtime viewer, then you will remember Daniel Myers, Oscar Myers' more girthy third cousin. It was his 41st birthday and he had been chatting with a decoy for about a week. This decoy was not my typical year-old decoy, it was a year-old decoy. In that week of chatting, Daniel did send this alleged year-old very graphic messages, very disturbing messages on what he wanted to do. He also sent photos of his pee-pee and asked for CP in return. And that's the least bad thing that he did, and you will see why. I will not bother to read the chat logs, you will hear plenty of it during this interview. It was getting that interview, which was the real challenge. So for his 41st birthday, he wanted to go to this arcade. Not Chuck E. Cheese, no, he's a little more sophisticated than that. It was set up a lot like Chuck E. Cheese though. I went there looking for him. Because he had half invited the year-old to his birthday party. I don't know how he would have explained that one to his family. He didn't offer to pick her up or anything, but he did say, you can come. Either way, I found this Freddy Fazbear place, but no Daniel. I guess he did leave before I got there because there's no way that I missed him. Bro's got his own zip code is what I'm getting at. He's a real thickum. So my next best option was going to his house where I know he lives with his parents. Going into this, I really thought he had a mental disability, not that that excuses anything, but you'll see that I do approach this softly. I was at their house, and I tell his mother that Daniel had been chatting with our daughter, which is false, but I just really wanted to get inside of that house. I expected there to be a stern talking to with his parents, and then maybe he'd get grounded from Xbox or something, but you will see that this takes a more sinister turn. Here we go. Hello. Is Daniel home?
Can I ask?
Ask why? So he's been having a sexually charged conversation with my year-old daughter, and I'd like to have a harmless conversation with him instead of going to the police, if that's okay. Okay.
It's probably his sister.
Hi there.
Yeah.
Are you Daniel's mom?
Yeah.
He's been trying to solicit from my year-old daughter.
Is that him?
And I was just wondering if I could have a conversation with him if he's home. A harmless conversation. What's that?
What's up?
Be on in a minute.
Be out in a minute.
In the van.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's that? Hey, don't
Oh,
prep
sorry, I'm not.
No, that's okay.
I'm just doing it
That's
because of the wind.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to take it. So what's going on?
He's been having a sexually charged conversation with my year-old daughter for about a week.
Where do you guys live?
What's that?
Where do you live? You live around here?
We're from Indianapolis. So.
You drove over here from there to this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. We have everything printed that he talked to her about,
Okay.
and he sent
Okay,
pictures
yeah.
of his. He tried to get pictures of her. Does he have some
Does he have-
mental problems?
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Just curious. I'm sorry.
No, but well, here, come on.
Thank you.
It's too cold out there.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
For fully vaccinated adults.
Oh no, this is.
Yeah. Is it Daniel's birthday today?
Yes.
You mentioned something like that too.
He's not doing it, but I'm wondering if somebody could be doing it to him.
Well, we can figure that
Well,
out.
yeah.
But that's, I figured you could come in and talk to him and close the door. We don't.
Okay. Hi, Daniel.
Daniel?
You've been vaccinated, so you're okay.
Oh, vaccinated.
Vaccinated.
Yeah, we've been boosted and everything in food shops.
Yes, the box. All right, so I'm just filming for documentation purposes, so you can't say I hate you, vice versa, okay? But you've been having a sexually charged conversation with a 10-year-old. Does that sound familiar?
Where and how?
Here, why don't you hold this?
So,
So on Instagram,
I don't even have Instagram.
you don't have Instagram?
No,
All right,
I did a while ago, and my account got hacked,
Hmm.
and I tried deleting everything.
I don't know. The picture that was sent was a live picture, which means it was taken by the camera during the conversation, which was a couple days ago.
I don't know.
It's you in the picture.
Yeah,
it was too. If that rings any bells. She said, "How old are you?" You said 41. How old are you? She said she's 10. She said, "Is that bad?" You said, "Bad." She said, "Yeah, is it bad? Because I'm just 16 and you're an adult." You said, "So, you know, does that sound familiar now?"
no. I'm sorry, but I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, my account got hacked,
Do you mind?
but I don't know how they got my picture. Oh, I mean, I do. I have talked to people before on other sites, but not on Instagram,
Okay.
where I've taken a picture of myself like that to them, but they're like 20, 30 something year olds.
And that's fine, but this was a live photo to a 10-year-old.
Right, but like I'm saying is that I've been talking to like some people like on TikTok. I've been talking to people online there and sharing pictures and that with like 30-year-olds.
Right.
I would never try to go after anybody that's under like 21 years old.
Except, I mean, the evidence is right here. You know, I mean, you said you're laying in bed playing with yourself. So she said playing with what? You said you don't really want to know. With my man part. So you're right? Right?
Okay.
That's what you said. You said it's fun. You asked her, have you ever played with your lady part? She said, not really. What do you mean play with it? You said touch it, rub it, put a finger inside. That's what you said, right? Not you?
Like I said, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Alright. Well, you cut the crap, otherwise we're calling the police. You were trying to
Yeah.
solicit. You sent your to her. I'm trying to give you a chance here. So was this you? How am I here right now if this was not you?
I mean, I don't even know how in the heck you even got information like that for me here.
We'll get to that later. We got the information because you've been talking to a 10-year-old. You said, do you want to see mine? She said, really? You said, yeah. She said, okay. You said, I want to see your cute body too. It's only fair. Why do you want to see me like that? For showing mine. But I'm just a do you want to see my no-no spot? Not if nobody finds out. So why don't you want anyone to find out if she sent you a picture like that?
I don't know.
Well, if you're trying to get a picture from a 10-year-old, an inappropriate picture, why did you say it'll be fine as long as nobody finds out? Why'd you say that?
I have no idea.
Because you know it's wrong and illegal and right? Is that true?
Well, yeah, that's true. It is.
All right. So is that why you said that then?
No.
I'm scared to take a pic like that. Will you be mad at me? No, you're just really cute. You have a beautiful face, beautiful body. Go in your room or the bathroom. Why? Take the picture there. I'm scared. I've never met you before. I won't do anything with it but play with myself more. You said that to a 10-year-old.
Let's be honest, man. I'm not here to hurt you. We have cameras for a reason so that you can't say we hurt you. We can't say you hurt us. We just want to talk about it, all right?
This is really bad.
Is this gonna go anywhere besides here?
No,
Not if you're honest. It's gonna go to the police.
if you're not honest.
We know this is you.
That was. I've been kind of going through a hard time right now.
Okay.
Yes, that was me. Okay.
Thanks for being honest.
This year's been really difficult. With everything that's been going on, my girlfriend leaving me and everything else, and just a lot of tension, and I don't know what was going on.
It's disgusting, right? It's
I'm-
very disgusting.
I'm really sorry.
Girls, her pictures, she is an 18-year-old.
I will.
You sent her a picture of your.
I understand that you're going through a hard time and that sucks, and I'm sorry about that, but this is a felony. This is really bad. This is a 10-year-old. You're putting her through a hard time. She's
I'm
not
sorry
ready
if
to
I
see.
did.
She's not ready to see those pictures. And I mean, you just kept trying to solicit and solicit.
I'll delete the app. Never go on there ever again.
I don't think you should be on there.
So now we fully confirm that Daniel is not mentally disabled. He has 100% capability of saying no to chatting with online. He also has the capability of moving out of his parents' house. He's 41 during this confrontation. Like, dude, what are you doing? Anyway, I can help with both of those things, so that's why I'm there. Obviously, I'm in the family home with elder residents. I was not gonna go ham on this guy. His mom was very nice to me. She invited me in out of the cold to let me talk to Daniel. And looking back, I'm actually very, very happy with the way that I handled this interview and whole situation.
Well, I won't ever go on that app ever again.
They're supposed to be on there. Sometimes they end up on there, obviously. And, you know, we hope
And
that
there's
adults will be adults.
and there's so many people now. Well, I'm not trying to make any excuses or anything, but there's a lot of girls out there that are like years old that look like they're like 22, 23.
Absolutely there is, but I mean,
And they use that against people like me
understood, but
that are like older and like looking at the young.
I understand that, but if they say that they're 10, they're 10, right? She probably looks maybe 11 or 12, but she told you her age. Year-olds do look like 18, some of them, but this is 10. She told you the age. It's not, that's irrelevant in this situation. He said, you still want to see my part. If you want to show me, so you sent it. There it is. Why did you want to show me that? You wanted to see it. I didn't ask, so I showed you. Want to see it again, you said. Why did you want her to see it?
I know. Okay. I know what day that one was.
Okay.
Look at me.
I was drunk. I was drinking,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't normally drink, but I was really going through a hard, with work and everything else, and I just drank that night, and I don't know what the hell came over me.
Were you drinking today?
No,
You were talking to her today. You shouldn't be talking to her at all.
no, I was talking to her this morning because I was saying that I was going out to the arcade.
Right. I mean, why are you telling a 10-year-old that? Why are you talking to this 10-year-old?
Someone to talk to. I don't know.
I mean, that's still
It's
inappropriate, right? Like, let's say you had a 10-year-old daughter and some 41-year-old was talking to her online. It's kind of weird, right? Especially, soliciting.
I just pretty much talk to whoever will be willing to be talking to me.
That can get you into trouble because, you sent graphic photos to a 10-year-old.
And I'm really sorry for that.
Yeah, you should be.
Show me yours first. Why did you want to see hers first?
I don't know. Like I said, I was drunk and I don't really remember most of the stuff I did that day. And then I don't really go back and look at the stuff I talked about.
Okay. So,
And I don't normally ever drink.
gotcha.
I had a few beers and some shots, just kind of.
Take the edge off?
Right.
Right. You said don't be scared. She said, but I am. You said you'll be fine. So as soon as you meet me in person, you show me your pussy. That's what you said, right?
I guess if that's like I said, I don't remember too much of that conversation that night.
Yeah, but I mean, you were sober this morning and you're still talking to her. I mean, you were still talking pretty creepy, you know, other days too.
This morning, yeah, it was.
No. I mean, it's creepy talking to a girl, yes. But I'm just saying you're still talking like very creepy, you know, to a year old when you were sober, you know. I guess you sent the dick pic when you were drunk, but I mean, wouldn't you think like, oh no, I f***ed up and like block her maybe, or
Right.
How many other are you talking to online?
She's the only one that I was talking to.
Okay.
The other ones I'm talking to, that I was talking to on there, are all like 30s.
So no.
No,
Is it alright if I look at your phone?
I don't have Instagram on there.
That's okay. If I can just look at it.
Set it on the table. She can swipe with her finger, you know, whatever.
Do you have child porn on your phone? You have on your phone? Where'd you get it? Who sent it to you?
I have no idea.
Did actual kids send it to you, or was it like from the internet?
Internet.
Internet?
Like Telegram or...
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I've heard of that app.
Yeah, I've never been on there before.
I don't think you should have went on there.
So and
I mean, obviously this is a real girl, but
Right.
by getting that kind of stuff, those are out there that are being abused for your pleasure. That's messed up, man.
And
There's a reason it's illegal. It's not just illegal for fun.
I give you my word that I will delete it, get rid of everything, and I will never do it again.
Can you just put your phone on the table though? I'm not gonna touch it. Just put it on the table. Because I don't want you to go through and delete everything. You just admitted to having it. How old is your phone?
I have no idea.
And where did you get it? Did someone send it to you, or? Yeah. Wow. Oh, I gotta call my mom to make sure that so she knows I'm okay if I can use your phone.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Hold on 1 sec, sir. Just calm down, sir.
Yeah.
Is this going to be going to the cops at all?
Do you think it should? And that's.
Can you just type it in?
Oh yeah.
Just type it in, right? Please be honest with your mom.
Why?
I don't know.
Just type it in the
I was on there and just started talking to her.
sender.
Did you know how old she was?
Not at first,
Well then,
but
when
then
you did,
after I found out, then I continued talking because it was somebody to talk to.
You can read it if you want to.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
Is it alright if I step outside to call my mom real quick? Just to let her know that I'm okay.
Yeah. Because obviously making the trip here, we were a little worried. We appreciate you talking to us. We appreciate you letting us in here. You know, this is, and the reason we're filming is just because we don't want accusations that we came in here and beat him up or something, you know, because we want to be professional about it, you know, but things like this happen.
If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm going to call my mom does not mean I am going to call my mother. It was an excuse to call the cops, and it worked. Dude's got on his phone. All I do is, Mom, I don't give a I let him my bird. Whatever it takes to get this guy behind bars. This is no longer a case of him chatting with the decoy. This just took a much darker turn.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, for...
You should know better. I don't understand it.
Just
I know a
terrible.
lot's been going on the last year. He's had a lot of
That sounds like a breakup.
bad ones.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we all cope different ways, but that's pretty bad, man. I mean,
as soon as you know somebody's age, you stop immediately. There's enough women out there to talk to.
10 years old. I mean, let that process through your head.
I hope you talk to her too.
Oh, of course.
I
But,
wouldn't even let her on a computer. My didn't even have computers until
yeah, that's the thing. You know, when I was a kid, it wasn't,
well, they weren't
as
around when he
available.
was little, but
you know, but, I mean,
Oh,
let's get into things that maybe they...
I was like 14.
My thought is get into things that maybe they shouldn't, but you gotta be a responsible adult and not be the one to make the internet such a
I
safe
mean,
place.
they
for
could really make this difficult for you, you know.
You sent a picture of to her, you asked for pictures of her.
You did that.
I was drunk.
that's no excuse.
I know.
No
when you're drunk,
excuse.
you're
I know.
supposed to know better. They could really make this rough for you.
I know. And I appreciate it.
You're not gonna call the cops or anything.
Hey,
Unless it continues.
I mean, the one thing that he told me, well, you told us, you weren't in the room, but he did say that he does have photography on his phone. I don't know if you have in the family, nieces, nephews,
No, we don't have. We don't have grandkids. We have no.
and that might be a good thing. It's disgusting, man. It's terrible.
You should know better.
I mean,
Enough other stuff out there. You don't need to look at little ain't got nothing to look at anyways. It's just they're little. They're babies.
I mean, when you think of photography like that, like you don't know where it came from. It could be some who's being abused against their will, you know. You don't know.
Yeah.
And to be the one to be receiving that just keeps the cycle going.
Yeah, and it's gotta stop at some time. It's
Were you ever actually abused as a kid or anything? No? Good. Some are. And this is a form of sexual abuse on it. I mean, it's through messaging, but it can mess with the kid's brain a lot. It
I
could.
had an uncle that
Oh, my ex was.
My uncle went. He tried. I got away, but he tried.
Yeah. It's terrible,
It
man.
came close. It was
You gotta be-
scary. It's scary.
When most people think of that issue in the world, it disgusts them and makes them sick. And for somebody to go forward with doing that kind of thing, it makes me sad. Courtney will be back in a minute, but we were just kind of worried, so we wanted to, you know, let somebody know where we were going, so we
Yeah.
could
Well, of course.
let them know.
Of
Because
course.
we didn't know how this was going to go down. You guys.
Well,
did.
yeah. You didn't have any idea that
I didn't know if you guys.
what
Were,
kind of household we were going to be. Yeah, and I understand that. I
especially in Racine. I mean, I heard stories about Racine, but
Kenosha's
obviously
pretty
there's
bad right
nice
now.
people
Don't go to
here.
Kenosha.
Yeah, that's probably pretty bad right now, huh?
Racine's not too bad. Not really too bad. Milwaukee is. You don't want to go to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I don't.
I like your hat though.
But we originally, because you mentioned to her that you were going to that arcade today, so we tried to go and find you there, so we didn't have to do this in front of your family, because I'm sure this is heartbreaking.
No,
But we
I'm glad
didn't-
We know.
We didn't find you there, so that's why we came here.
So how did you get my address on that?
The internet.
It's easy.
Everything's on the internet. Yeah.
Everything's easy. There's There's always a way.
Yeah,
You gotta stop this.
you really need to.
I mean, I don't care if you're drunk or not. You just can't.
Years old, man. Just think about it more.
I don't know if you wanted me to come in and hear this, but you know your mother always finds out everything anyways.
It's good to have other people hear it because somebody's got to keep an eye on them. It's 41, you'd think you'd be able to keep an eye on yourself, but
I've never kept you under lock and key and stuff or whatever. You always did what you wanted to do. It's just something you're gonna have to, if you need help, don't be drinking. We're not drunks in this family.
we all drink. Sure, I drink.
I don't.
I've never found myself talking to a teenage girl or let alone a prepubescent.
I grew up
10-year-old.
with an alcoholic parent, so I don't drink.
Yeah,
His father doesn't really drink.
I don't think you should. If it's going to lead you to
Yeah,
Well,
Trying to hurt
I normally don't
people.
ever drink.
he
Like,
doesn't
and
drink.
I'll have a beer once in a while,
He doesn't drink all that
and
often.
that's it.
That's not his family. We're not drinkers.
Yeah.
I have alcoholic brothers. I mean,
I have 2 beers and I'm pretty much done. But I'm a tired drunk.
Yeah.
I drink too much, I pass out.
well, not this time.
Yeah. It would have been better if you did that.
This ain't gonna happen again, is it?
No.
Promise.
Promise. I promise.
I believe you.
I mean, you messaged first, and maybe if you didn't know she was prior to that, I don't know if it
I
says it on her
would've-
profile,
if-
but as soon as she said it,
Yeah, exactly. As soon as you knew, that should have ended it right there.
Well, I'm deleting it.
But even if you talk to her, you don't have to be sexual.
Yeah.
You can talk to a 10-year-old without.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want her on Instagram talking to any adults, but
No,
I would hope if I saw
exactly.
they were that it was just a casual conversation. How's school? Not here's my penis.
Right.
She doesn't need to see stuff like that. You know
No.
that. You've probably met year-olds in your life.
Would you want your sister to see something like that? She's older than you, but still the point is, you wouldn't want your sister, when she was that age, getting in contact with having somebody, you'd have been there beating them up.
I'm sure you would.
He would have, because they're close.
They fight for each other. It's only the 2 of them. That's all they have.
And we fight each other.
And you fight each other.
We don't want to come in here and try to hurt you or something. We don't want to. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
I
And,
appreciate that.
we wanted to just have a conversation and
Well,
Obviously
we
try to get it in your head
appreciate
'cause-
you just coming and talking to them and not calling the cops.
yeah. I mean, the worry is, I'm sure you'll stop talking to her at this point, but
No,
what's stop you from talking to other girls,
You're
No,
talking to nobody.
I'm talking, no. No, the only people I'm talking to on there is like 30-some-year-olds.
Yeah.
No.
The cops are here. They want to talk to you about the on your phone. I'm really sorry, but he has on his phone.
I told her. Once we heard that, we didn't have a choice, man. We gotta stop the cycle.
Do you have a separate room to yourself,
I'm up, he's there.
like upstairs?
I'm upstairs, he's there.
I'll ask you a few questions now, I think, just to kind of get a general idea. I don't want to know everything right now, because I need to go and talk to him. Would you guys be willing to come out to the police department and kind rest of the story. And I have a general idea of what you're doing, or what you did at least tonight. We're going to need copies of that, all right, like decent copies. So if we're, like, I appreciate what you're doing, but if we're going to make a successful case out of it, we need to get the information from you properly, right? So I don't want to necessarily do all that standing right here in their kitchen, right? I don't think it's fair to them. So they're being pretty decent right now. So I don't want to overstep with that. And so I think we have, from what I've talked to the other officers, we have enough to, at least on our end, hold him from based on what I've heard so far. So why don't we?
So once the cops got there, they did not really know what to do. Typical, but since it was still so early in my career, I was not ready to tell them exactly what to do yet either. But they really did everything wrong until the detective arrived on scene. They were extremely clueless. Obviously, separating the suspect and the witness is pretty important. But they kept us in the house with the suspect and his entire family for 2 hours. It was the strangest thing. The entire house ended up getting searched and we were just standing there in the living room with his dad for a couple hours. I don't think that's normal. Yeah, it was awkward. His mom was obviously heartbroken and we lied to her, so yeah, she's pretty mad at us. The detective that handled this case was absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, he is retired now, but he was absolutely outstanding at his job. He did mention throughout his entirety of his career being an ICAC detective, these were the worst files and images that he had ever seen. He commended my work and he was eager to get all the evidence he could against Daniel, and Daniel was charged that night. This meant another 2 hours at the police station, but it was well worth it, trust me. The detective had me wait there in the middle of the night while he did his whole investigation, and it was pretty awesome. Daniel's CP collection, he has been growing over a long period of time. He had amassed thousands upon thousands of files of CP, some of them as young as infants. So he was much sicker than we thought, and this detective did not take it lightly. Daniel was charged with the maximum amount of counts of which is 30. He was later found guilty and sentenced to 8 years in prison. So I hope he had 9 years of fun at the arcade that day on his birthday. This confrontation will always be really special in my heart. It helped me gain more trust with law enforcement, as I did have a not so thrilling situation with Dane County law enforcement previously. And it helped me learn tactics that I still use to this day to catch people who have CP on their devices. If you guys like my work, consider rewarding yourself with a t-shirt. Guys, check out my merch on redpillthreads.com/CourtneyElizXbeth. Use promo code ElizXbeth at the checkout. It helps fund so that I can keep going and keep catching these as well as up my production. But be sure to use that promo code so I know that you got one. And the code works store-wide. That's redpillthreads.com/CourtneyElizXbeth. Link in the description. Please share this video around. Even though Daniel is locked up, I want his legacy to live on, who he truly is, and that's a dangerous file. And I hope mom isn't mad at me no more for lying to her. Guys, be sure to follow me on my new YouTube channel, ElizXbeth TOO, ElizXbeth2, and check me out on Locals. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share this video, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.
obviously
We
try to get it in your head
appreciate you
because
just coming and talking to them and not calling the cops.
yeah.